Hello and welcome, my name's RyanGodric and you're watching Deck Report. Today we're gonna visit an old friend who goes by the name of Lippy Crach. Combined with the high provision leader Crach and Crate, we will get a deck that is full of good cards which can be played twice, that means in 2 different rounds, and it gets rid of the bad cards, which is amazing. So, to find out how that works, let's jump into the deck builder. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the deck builder with our leader Crach and Crate. So, basically, as we already said, the core of the stack revolves around Lippy Crach. His ability obviously swaps your cards from the deck into the graveyard or the other way around, which is amazing because you can play with cards like Gnurrgard, and if he is in your deck basically and you discard him into your graveyard, then he immediately jumps onto the board, which makes Lippy a 7-point play. And then if you add Roach to it, because you can play Roach round 1, and then if you play Lippy later on, it gets put into your deck. But because you played a gold card, it comes immediately onto the board, which makes Lippy a 10-point play. So that's already very good. Now, as we said, Crach has 17 provisions, which is more than decent. And because of that, you can play a lot of gold cards. So another big combination with the Lippy is our core of the witches. So Lambert, Vesemir, Eskel, those 3-point witches all come out together obviously as 9 points, and you can play them twice, which means you thin twice, and it's just a very strong 9-point play. So let's start at the top now that we talked about the core cards, and we've got Garo Professional. So Tor card removal is always very good, and because you've got Crach and also the longships in your deck, you can manipulate the opponent's numbers basically. So if it's a 13 strength unit, for example, in a monsters deck, you can then hit it with Crach and Crate for 1 damage and then kill it with Garo Professional in the same turn, which is amazing. Then Olaf. This is a nice combo card because it works very well with Heim, obviously, because Heim swap this unit's power with the damaged unit's power. So you damage your own Olaf with, for example, Crach, play Heim, and then you get a really nice boost on the Olaf. Basically, you swap his points. That means Olaf is at 1, then he goes to 8, and then from there he goes up to 15. That's the only thing you need to watch out, because 15 is in range of a Garo Professional. So maybe you want to hit it down to a 14 or something. I'll just remember that. Then also very interestingly enough, we're playing Karanex. Now that after the Karanex Unicorn nerf, it does make sense to play Karanex alone, because it's basically got the same ability like Ifrit. I can show you that card as well. Enraged Ifrit. Also 9 provisions, same ability. It's very interesting. But you don't play Unicorn. At the same time, Karanex maybe forces the opponent to play some of his removal, because he might expect us to run a Unicorn, because that's what people usually do. So that's a nice little combination you've got going here. Then obviously you've got the thinning package of Burner Bran, the Gnurrgard that we talked about. Where is he? Right here. And our Skulls and Skirmishers. So Skirmishers, same as Gnurrgard, they jump back onto the board when you discard them. Skulls and Burner discard cards, so you get to your core cards, and while doing so provide a decent amount of points. Skulls 5 provisions combined with the Skirmisher goes for 6 points, not too bad. Let's stay at the gold cards for another moment here. You've got Dona as a removal, and with Crach and your longships you always have a good chance of getting those Bloodthirst procs. So you can swap Dona out for example, I don't know, no, if I actually run Skald. Well, you can swap around a bit if you like, but this is a nice combination. As I said, Heim also works very well with, for example, a big tall monster unit. For example, the, what is it called? The Old Spear Tip, 13 points. If you hit that once with the Crach and Crate, you can then use your Heim and get basically 12 points, which is amazing. Such a big swing, like 24 points, nearly, if my math is correct. Not quite, I think it's 11. That's fine. Ulfhedden for the big units, obviously always a decent card. And yeah, that's basically the gold core set. And the thing is, you've got a lot of removal. Also, you only play Karnex and not Unicorn, because Unicorn boosts, and most of the times you don't want to boost your own cards, but rather damage and interrupt the opponent's synergy and cards. As we said with Lippy, you can play most of your gold cards in round 1, and then go on to play Lippy in round 2, or even round 3, or yeah, maybe round 3 as well. And then that leads you to you being able to play your gold cards again in round 3, for example. Alright, now to the bronze core. As we said, we've got the skulls and the skirmishes. We've got the dim and longships, which help you get those bloodthirst procs that you need. It also baits removal from the opponent. You have a bomb heaver. You can never go wrong with a bomb heaver. If you run into artifacts, it can be a win condition for you. If not, you're still playing Skellige, so you can discard the bomb heaver if you like. That's the thing. Then you've got the pirate captains. Very efficient cards, 4 provisions and 3 points. Looks kind of weak, but if you consider that you only need 2 bloodthirst procs to get another 3 damage, that's pretty amazing. Also, with 3 damage, you can eliminate most of the enemy's engines. For example, the Arbalists in Northern Realms, or the Magni Divisions, or the Nausicaa Sergeants, I believe they're called, in Nilfgaard. So, a very, very good card. Or, for example, some Thrive units in Monsters. Or an Elf in Skellige. So, Skellige, Scoia'tael, obviously. So, all in all, a very good card. Then the Wolf Pack, another card you probably want to discard with Lippy or your burner. Just 2 for 2, I mean 4 for 4. 2 damage and 2 points on the board. Skirmishes we talked about, and then the classic Skellige Marauder, which basically every Skellige deck runs. Very good on the right coin. If you go second, you can get 6 points for 4 provisions, very decent. Yeah, not much that can go wrong here. Especially because you've got all the thinning tools you want with the Witches, Burner, and Lippy, obviously, who's the core. Alright, now that we talked about the cards, there are a few cards that you can exchange, for example, the Enraged Ifrit. Also, I don't know, the Olaf sometimes forces removal as well from the opponent, which is nice because you can then play him later around 3 again. I think that's most of that we have to cover right here, so I say we jump into a few games and test the deck. It should be pretty good. Alright, see you there. Back on the other side of the screen, I say we jump straight into a ranked game, test this deck out. This is the first time I'm playing this list, so bear with me. Alright, it's against Ashfellow, I guess. Against Scoia'tael Brewer. So, we've got Lippy, that's nice. We've got our thinning tools with the burner and the scald, which is also very nice. We kind of want to get rid of Roach in our first hand, which is great, so we can thin those out. And I kind of want to keep burner for round 3, so I might kick Gnurrgard as well. Probably don't need the bomb heaver here, but that's okay. Alright, we're on the second side here, on the blue coin. I mean red coin. Excuse me. We do want to kill this. It is not in the Girl Professional range right now. And also the Karnex only does 4 damage. We've got 2 damage on the Wolf Pack, but also 1 damage on the Crach. So I think at this time I just want to hit it once and thin our deck out a bit. So remember to play Witches before you play something like the Scald, because the Scald discards and pulls a new card, so there's a chance that it actually pulls out one of your Witches or the Roach. Okay, the Bomb Heaver probably won't do anything in this matchup, so want to discard that later on. Definitely want our other gold cards, our combos here. Pretty bronze heavy round so far. But that is okay.
If you insist.
Now we obviously only want to play Lippy later on. when it actually makes sense. Now this is something we could kill with the Girl Professional, and I think we're going to do that in this round. Or the Swordmaster, that's a bit of a debate right here. Swordmaster is... we could hit that down to 6 and then kill it next turn. I mean, we need to evaluate if it gives us more. It's basically 3-point difference. Will this give him more than 3 points? That's basically what we have to think about. Okay. So I feel like playing a Scout right here. Discarding a few more bad cards. With the Skirmisher. We'll draw another Skirmisher. Okay. Now, as you can see, we do dump out a fair amount of tempo. 17 points right now. Same as his points. And he already used his tactical advantage, so he's out of that. He did lock the count, so he won't jump to our side. Not too bad. I think we'll get rid of the Swordmaster and force him to invest a lot to this round. I think it would have gotten him more than 3 more points. Basically, that means you would have played more than 3 turns. Oh, okay. Playing 2 traps. So he's playing traps, but not the trap leader, El Dane or El Dente. Now, we probably want to play a bad bronze card because he might be playing the, what's it called? Not crushing trap. One's probably the crushing trap or the horn, and the other one's probably the, what's it called? The trap that kills our card when we play it. We could also play the bomb heaver right here, but I'm feeling like a wolf pack. Just a simple 2-point play. And we don't miss out too much value if it gets killed. Oh, guess not. Yeah, we do have to respect the horn value. I kind of hate traps because you have to remember all of the points that are on them. That was the crushing trap in the front. Decent amount of value. And that's definitely the horn then. So I kind of want to get rid of his cards in the back. At the same time, I want to enable my Bloodthirst unit. So I'm going to go ahead and damage the Kieran. Maybe force him to play a Brewer. The Kieran is 5, so even if he buffs it by 2, it's still damaged. And then we damage the Ida. And threaten to kill that one next turn with our Demon Captain. Now we are a fair amount of points behind because of the horn. We shouldn't disrespect that. Quickly gonna check the stats on that because, as I said, always mess it up. There it is. It's 8 provision. Alright, it's 8 points, right? It's 8 points. Yeah. So we have to expect another 8 points on the horn. Cool. So he also plays Karnax, kills our Karnax. I think we just play Captain right here. For 6 points, that means we're 2 points behind, 10 points behind. Can we actually get 10 points? That's the question, though. That's 3. We can play Burner for 7, 8 points. That's about it. I don't think we can keep on playing here because he's got another. Well, if he passes, only buffs by 4. Okay, that's fine. If he does pass, it only buffs by 4. That gives us the chance to catch up with him. 4, that's basically 6 points he would be at. Okay, yeah. So now he moves that. Now we definitely have to pass here. Can't keep on pushing. And we don't know what we get with the burner. It could be that we get a Donna or the Ulfhedin or the Olaf, but it's very risky at this point, so I'm not gonna do that. There it is. He takes around 1 card down. We don't really need last say here, I would say. Should be fine without it. Okay, we want to find our good cards here. Don't need the Bomb Heaver. Heim's nice. The Marauder's not too bad. We can just drop that now around 2 if we want to. At the same time, we don't really want to. I think I'll rather kick that, find another gold card. That's nice. So if he passes, we'll drop Lippy. I mean, we could also play Lippy in next round. Is there a reason for that, though? I don't think so. I mean, it's 10 points, honestly. It's not bad. Could wait with him in into round 3. Hope we find Olaf, maybe. Yeah, we could do that. It's a bit risky, but I think we need the points. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, we had a bit too many bronze cards in round 1 to push that far enough. There's the Olaf, that's nice. And a few boats, okay. Anything we don't want? No, this is perfect. This is exactly how we want. I mean, we could use the skull, but at the same time, it's a bit risky. Let's just keep it as it is. Oh. Could use a scout though. Okay. Alright, now we have to go first. Means Lippy. Yes, to be played range. Don't forget about that one. Okay, anything we have to watch out for? Not really. Okay.
That a challenge?
Now, as you can see, we got 10 points from that. Very good. And our deck is full of good cards again. Please. That's something we want to eliminate immediately, which we can't really do, but we'll be able to do that in a turn or two. Kind of want to open with the Skald here. I mean, I could start with Burner. So the difference between Burner and Skald is that if you play Skald, you have to discard a card before you know what you're going to draw, and with Burner you're going to draw the cards and then you can decide which ones you want to get rid of, which is nice as well. So if you've got both in hand, I always feel like playing Skald first is good, because after you discard that, you know more about the final state of your hand. So I'm going to start with that right here. Get rid of that. Okay, we don't find a Witcher, but there's a chance we can kill this next turn with the Captain. Well, not really. Have to wait another turn with that, but that's okay. We do have the Olaf Heim combo, which is nice, if he allows us to play that. That's a trap. Now we probably don't want to play Burner because it could be the crushing trap, so I'm gonna play the boat now. I think that's probably our second weakest card here. Yeah, that's what I thought. The pitfall trap, that's the word. Might have expected the Burner. Now, I can't expect a Jorveth to play that pitfall trap again later on. Let's see if that comes down. Basically traded a boat for an 8 provision gold card, which is not bad. And next turn we do have a Herald again. If we want to kill that Sword Master with our Bloodthirst on a different unit, probably. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Definitely cannot attack that one. Okay, he doesn't play that one again, so we can now play our Burner. Hopefully find one of the witches, not both. That's perfect. We find one Witcher exactly. So I feel like we want to get rid of these two, because this will probably give us more points. I think so. Alright, and now we can only hit the Swordmaster right here. Guess in 2 turns we might be able to kill that. Yeah, we can't do anything else, so I don't want to waste my proc. Got another 9 points on the Lambert. This is a nice combo if it works out. He's gonna go tall with the Second Thesis. I guess he's probably also playing Unicorn. Already played the Carnex though. That's something. What exactly did he kill there? Did he kill something? You think he killed the Roach, right? I might be wrong. Pretty sure he killed the Roach. Okay. I think there's nothing wrong with playing the Lambert for now. I don't want to roast deck too much because of the traps. These other cards don't have any rows they have to be played, but the Ulfheden probably goes into the front because of the reach. Now, I think we'll probably play that in the front. I could have waited with that, but I want to play my combo as late as possible, and I can't play my Bloodthirst unit yet. Alright, so... yeah, he's probably playing Shiro as well. So I've got a lot of 4s. That is a problem. Could be playing Ulfheden on the 3. It's kind of weak. I feel like playing Olaf now. It's a bit dangerous though with the Swordmaster and his Brewer procs. He could damage this twice. Goes down. No, he can't. Wait, I'm gonna hit this myself. Okay, so I'm gonna play this right about now, I think. And then hit it once. So his Brewer cannot hit it down to 4. Problem is the Swordmaster though. That is a problem. Yeah, you can. Okay, that was a misplay. I think if he's got a Shiro, he can play Shiro, hit this to 6, play that onto the Olaf, hit it down to 4, boost his Shiro by 2, and then have basically 3 of my units die to his 1 Shiro. I guess it's only an 8-point play though. But he's doing it. Interestingly enough. I don't know if that's worth it though. Okay, no, he's going for the kill. He's wasting all of his Brewer procs onto that. Now he's going to play an elf and kill it. Interesting.
Humans,
okay. So no Shiro after all. Now, this Heim is going to be pretty weak. Because he doesn't play any tall units except for the Session Thesis, which is immune, which we cannot target. So I guess we have to play Ulfheden now. Because it doesn't make sense which of these two... It doesn't make a difference which of these two we hit. We want to hit the lower unit, so if we have to crack that or donate... Heim it or donate, then that's a bigger target. So we deal more damage. Doesn't look too good right now. Okay, he's playing Crushing Trap again. And I'm wondering if it actually makes sense to kill the Swordmaster. Now this is a tricky one. Because we need to hit something to play Heim. And at the same time, we want to kill the Swordmaster with our proc. So what's his last 2 cards? Really don't know. So I'm gonna probably swap with the Friar Dragoon right now. Don't expect him to play anything bigger. I could just hold onto this and kill something else. Could play Donna first. Yeah, let's hold off of the crack proc. It's a bit dangerous.
This'll be quick and
okay. All that means his last card is his final Witcher, which is amazing for us. We probably still lose, honestly, because we can't hit that, which is kind of sad. Yeah, we didn't get a good Heim combo. He killed our Olaf. That was probably our loss. Yeah, I guess we need to swap power with something like that. Which is very sad, honestly. So his final Witcher will give him the victory, which is a shame. Alright. I think we'll play a second game and see what we can do, because this was a bit disappointing, I have to admit. But we did, I think, not show the deck to its fullest potential. Let's see who our opponent is. It is Lippy Crach, a skirmisher playing the new leader Ardal. Okay. So we have to watch out for a few cards like the treason and have to play around that accordingly. He doesn't play artifacts, so I'm gonna get rid of the bomb heaver here. Pretty bad hand if you ask me, but let's see what we can work with here. I do have to go first, so Marauder is also not gonna do anything here. Alright, let's thin our witches out first, get Roach out, so we can then thin a bit with our single scout. Could also play boat first. Not use our crack proc because this is gonna go to 4, I believe. So let's see. Okay, he just kills it with an assassination. So this sergeant didn't grow from that. Basically just traded cards. That's fine with me. Okay.
Across the wide somber sea, I will sail.
Okay, that's not too bad. We've got our combo. Now we have to kind of keep some damage. I'm gonna hit it now because it's just wasting points here if I don't. We kinda have to watch out for his finisher, which could be either Stefan, that's 5 strength, or it could be Operator in one of those Master of Disguises, I believe they're called. So we also have to watch out for that one. Now I will play the boat. Hopefully that survives. Should have played it on the right side. That was a mistake.
Notice! All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
Not playing around tactics here. I don't want to give him a good, what do you call it? Don't want to give him a good, what's the word? A good slave infantry, which means I have to watch out that I don't give him a 1, for example. Okay, now I need to get in between here. This will give him a 1, but at the same time it's an engine for him that he probably wants to keep alive. At the same time it doesn't really make sense to kill it. Because I can't. Especially if it kills my boat. Yeah, okay. So the game plan right here is to probably play Olaf in the back row on the side. And then wait a turn. Okay, he gives us the round like that. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So we get a good round 1. So I will bleed him a bit around 2, I believe. Means we have to get rid of the Marauder. Skull's nice. This can go as well. Nice, more gold cards. Yes, please. And we will start with Burner. Oh wait, I want to keep the Burner for round 3 though. This is a tough one. Okay. I could open with the Olaf Heim combo. At the same time, I don't have a problem with him going deeper into round 3. Huh. This is tricky. So we didn't get to play these yet. I mean, I can keep him for round 3. I don't know if this is the right call here, but let's see. Let's go to those 2. 12-point play, not too bad. That's something we can kill immediately. Trade up by 3 points. No, by 2 points. Okay, playing for 9 points, playing for a bit of tempo here. I don't know if he's got an answer to this. He probably plays Leo, so that's an answer to this, I guess. But besides that, I don't know. Okay, he's going for the operator play very early. Gonna use his leader as well, which lets me pass, which is amazing. And I probably will. So he has to play into this round now. And this can still be good, I believe. Kinda need to get the Olaf for that, but... yeah, I mean, him having Master of Disguises here kind of blocks our game plan, so we need to pass here. This is the easiest pass, probably, that we can get.
Stand your ground.
That does mean he has one more of those in hand. So we need to watch out for that. Okay, we got our very good cards right here. We can keep the Marauder here because he has to go first. If we want to. And then we probably discard Heim with our Scout. Seems good to me. And we can also just kick the Heim. Same time, it's a good Scout target. And now this round will give us roughly 4 points on the Crach. To his 0 points right there. That's nice. We get some Bloodthirst if this goes well here.
Let us put our steel to the test.
Nice. Probably want to kill one though. Makes sense. Then play Lippy afterwards. Plays Bribery. That's nice. We can. I mean, we can't seal that obviously because he's just going to boost itself, but we could play Professional on that later on. Okay, I think it's Lippy time. This will put all of these cards back into our deck, which means we do get. Oh wait, we don't get the Gnurrgard, but we do get the Roach. And hopefully we draw something like the Witcher from the Skald. Yeah, I forgot that the Gnurrgard is doomed afterwards, so you have to keep that in mind.
Confounded boots.
That's very early, I guess we just kill that. He might be... I don't know, baiting us. At the same time, we do have the damage to do this. Because we've got another damage. Now the question remains, do we play our Crach? We could hit the Olaf and then play our Heim onto that, and if he uses Olaf's ability, then we just Professional that. I'd rather wait a turn. Then again, I don't need Bloodthirst, so I can kill this. Just don't give him a good slave infantry. Okay. Now we play the Skald in the back. And obviously we hope for a Witcher here, or maybe Burner. Or Olaf ourselves. Now, let's get lucky.
Don't you pester me.
It's probably the worst card in our deck, except for a Skirmisher, which would be 2. Okay.
This could hurt.
Okay, so he does have Serret in hand. Not really something we have to watch out for though. So that's good. I mean Orcs. This is Serret. Probably want to use Ulfheden on that. It will hit it down to 1 if we do this. I feel like hitting the Olaf, so if he uses that, which he might think is good to escape the Bloodthirst, then we can kill that with our Professional. Okay, nice, we played around that nicely, I would say. Probably just want to kill the Serret now. As we said, he still has Orcs in one of these 2 cards. Next turn we have enough to hit this down and kill it with this. This won't give him a lot of points. But we can kill it now, if we want to. And that is Orc, so sure, why not? We wait a turn with this. Yeah, I think we should be good. An undamaged enemy. No row requirements. But he didn't even want to use this. So it doesn't really matter. There's the Orcs. He uses it. So now we play the Professional on the Olaf and hit the Orcs, take the victory and win by 10 points. Nice. So bleeding his leader ability in round 2 probably was key here, but yeah. Okay, I hope those 2 games gave you a good impression on how this deck works. I would like to thank Gnurrgard and Wusubi for the creation of this deck and Jamedi for providing us with information. If you don't want to miss any further deck report videos, be sure to press that subscribe button down below and I'll see you next time. Peace.